I'm Sam Stang, and this is Kaiko Maihata, and we're in Augusta Glass Studio in Augusta, Missouri. The work we make here at Augusta Glass is handmade, all our own designs, and a lot of it is using European techniques. I had a studio in St. Louis for 7 years. I wanted to be away from the city, but close enough that I could get there in 45 minutes. And I just really loved Augusta. I love this town, and I thought this was the perfect space for me.
So we're here in Augusta, and the studio is built in, essentially it's an old gas station,
Yep,
right?
an old garage.
So how did the two of you meet?
So Kai started blowing glass in Japan. She was actually a graphic artist for a big corporation for a number of years, and then she found glass and went to a glass school in Japan, came to this country, and she was working in Rochester when we met, and she moved here, and we ended up eventually getting married. Both of us are making very intricate patterned glass, but I think that we're coming about it from different aesthetics. And I think Kai's aesthetic is very feminine, and mine is whatever it is. A lot of my ideas come from basically an evolution of things I've made before. Obviously, I think that's characteristic of most artists. I do think that color, that pattern, that shape are all really important to connect or to integrate, and that's what we both try to do.
Everybody's familiar, obviously, with Venetian glass, but what does it actually mean for it to be a Venetian technique?
Certain techniques were developed mostly in the 1400s, I believe, through the 20th century, really. The way that that technique evolved, I think, is that great masters passed on to other great masters, and it's been this evolution for centuries, really. The way Kai works is sort of Japanese technique in a way, but using a lot of Venetian technique, and probably a lot of things that she's picked up from me since. And mine is a real conglomeration of what I sort of figured out on my own and what I've learned from working with Venetian master and some Swedish masters and other Americans even. So right now, Kai has made a small, I'm going to call it a wheel, on the end of her blowpipe that is the necessary diameter to roll these rods up around the outsides. Right now, Eric is heating the pastorelli in order to fuse the rods together, and Kaiko is going to roll those rods up around that wheel and basically create a cylinder out of those individual rods.
So what attracted you to glass as opposed to another craft?
Certainly the fire aspect, you know, I think that's what most glass blowers are initially attracted to. But just the fact that it was possible to create something that was so translucent, transparent, colorful, smooth. I'm always thinking about new combinations or new patterns or new forms. Quite often I'll make something and feel like it's just a complete failure, or it's something that I'm just not really willing to pursue. So it's almost a shotgun approach sometimes, where I feel like I have to try a lot of different things to find the thing that I really feel is successful. A little bit of sleight of hand, you know.
Really cool.
Maybe we should walk in the gallery and show you some things. this technique is sort of unlimited as far as what you can achieve. And these are all just playing around, just examples.
Playing around, sure. Surrounding yourself with items that are handmade and well considered, it can bring so much joy into just your everyday experience.
I think that for a functional piece, the most important part is the overall aesthetic and the overall feeling. If it's to be a usable object, it's really important that it feels right in your hand. For me, what's important is that the objects in my home have personality, that they have character, and that they're beautiful. And I think that some machine-made things can still be beautiful, but they certainly won't have the character or the personality of a handmade piece. It's really important for me to know that the pieces are basically one of a kind, that there's not another one in the world that's really, truly identical. I think that has great value.